Alright, Mao. We need to figure out what the heck's going on with Lishu's bath. My first thought is maybe her ladies in waiting are being stupid again and teasing her. Like maybe someone has like sleepwalking. That could be another situation. As for anything else, I'm not too sure. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure with the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Oh, that's unbelievable. You looking after a high-ranking concubine that's not Lady Gyokyo.
You say that,
Yeah.
But you see, the pavilion's bath is... It's haunted!
Who wouldn't be interested in helping after hearing that?
True.
Ghosts are intriguing.
Is it Jinshi? Nope.
Mao, come.
Here we go.
Gonna smack her while she's walking by.
The joy of getting the ox beats
He's
made
like,
me forget.
ribbit.
But I learned a decently sized secret about him during that hunting trip.
Decently sized.
So what is your desire today, Jinshi?
I've heard there's been a ghost in a concubine's bath.
A ghost? Sounds terrifying.
I love
Which
Gyokyo.
concubine was it? I must visit with well wishes.
He won't say.
With respect, keeping all this contained would be best. I cannot permit a visit. Perhaps she could be returned to me.
Again.
Huh?
Returned.
I've been
Here we go again.
Not this again.
Return. Mao Mao.
You said the name.
I'll make sure her lips are doubly sealed.
What are you doing, sir? She touched your frog once. And this is how you act? Come on, Jinshi. Figure this stuff out.
My goodness, what happened on that hunting trip?
It's all the frog's fault.
I guess it's more like a toad now.
We've been awaiting your arrival.
I wonder, how much does Master Gaoxuan know? Or could
Everything.
it be that Master Gaoxuan isn't actually a eunuch either? There's no point in thinking about that.
There's every point. I can think of 15.
Master Jinshi!
Now then, I hear you've got a pest in your bath.
Yes.
Could they be more obvious?
Can you fire them? I feel like it's not right to have ladies in waiting that hate their master.
Lady Lishu saw a strange human figure while looking out this window one recent evening.
How would you describe this strange human figure?
Well,
Strange and human.
Are you still going on about that nonsense? I'm sure you've just made a mistake. Lady Lishu always does whatever she can to garner attention, but this is silly.
Can you go jump off a cliff? Please. I don't even know who you are.
Judging from her statement and her arrogant tone, that awful woman must be the former head lady in waiting. I'm
Oh.
sure she's upset her role was taken from her by a taster.
Fire her. Fire her.
Hairpin.
It was given to her by someone.
However, it is still my duty to listen to the concubines. So would you mind letting me go about my work?
Proceed.
The most polite way of just saying shut up. Get out of here.
Now then, where were we? Concubine Lishu, the figure.
oh, I just finished my bath. I prefer warm water, but the ladies in waiting always make it very hot. So I've gotten into the habit of waiting to bathe until the water has cooled down.
Yeah, makes sense.
While I was wiping myself down, the room felt stuffy, so I opened the shade. Even though all the windows were closed, the curtains were billowing. And I saw a white face. Kanan was the only person anywhere nearby. And she saw the ghost too, as clear as day.
Really?
All the windows leading outside were closed, so no wind could have gone through. And yet, both women report that the curtains were moving. But what could have moved them?
The hotness of the bath?
Why would anyone build a warehouse next to the bath?
Maybe this wasn't...
Do you know if this room has always served as a warehouse?
Not always.
What was it before?
Why is it one now?
Mold?
So that's why.
The Jade Pavilion workers would have figured out the cause and been diligent about cleaning to prevent it from coming back.
But the ladies in waiting.
But I imagine it's an impossible task for the ladies in waiting here. Is this building older than the others?
Oh, no, it's newer, in fact. It was constructed after my lady joined the rear palace.
Please let me see the bathhouse. Found it. This drain must connect to the underground waterways of the rear palace.
Is it leaking?
Closed windows, moving curtains, and an unplugged bathtub. If my deductions are correct, the true nature of the dancing ghost is...
Hallucinations.
I'll need some help. Could you please assist me with moving this cabinet, Master Galshwin?
Of course.
Not Jinji.
The floor is warped and has gaps.
Please,
If that's the
fire
case.
some people.
Also, could you check if the waterways pass under here? When hot water passes underneath, the vapor makes the floor and walls rot easily. And as the steam pushes upward through the large gaps in the floor, it causes the curtains to move.
But what about the round face I saw in there?
Is there some random thing? Don't tell me it was just a mirror.
That copper mirror. It means a lot to me. I used to use it all the time. But it was put in here after we received the envoy's gifts.
It seems to be an ordinary copper mirror.
But-
Unless there's more than meets the eye. Try pointing it over here. You might obtain better results.
Is it gonna show like a face? How the heck did you know?
It's called a magic mirror. I've never seen one in person until now. Under moonlight,
They look
the
blue.
well-polished mirror would have projected an image of a face, while the vapor created a wind and moved the curtain.
Okay, but why is this part of the story then?
Maybe she got angry because I stopped using the mirror she wanted me to have.
And
This is her punishment.
it could be the mold.
It's a coincidence and nothing more. Ghosts don't get...
Yeah, let's not be logical right now. Give her some time. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, guests, but we've prepared tea for you outside. Oh, goodness, Lady Lishu! Why on earth are you crying in front of company, dear? How embarrassing. You still have that old thing? Well, it's not doing any good in storage.
Oh, if she
You
breaks it, I
received a
swear.
splendid mirror from the special envoys, so you won't be needing this one.
I said give it back! That is not yours!
Are you mad?
No, you're annoying.
My, that item seems precious to concubine Lishu. And taking it without asking could be seen as improper by certain parties.
The way he can just hate on them.
I suppose she gifted you this as well? This bears the crest of a high-ranking consort. Surely it occurred to you how inappropriate your behavior is.
Yes, lay down the law. Throw her out.
With actual proof in hand, he can freely reprimand them.
Heck yeah.
Now then, I suggest you refrain from conduct that does not befit your station.
Yikes. Scary.
Yeah. I part of me does love it when Jinshi gets serious.
That's him over there. He's so handsome.
Yep, coming to gawk at the new guy again.
Well, he's a her, so sweet A. We know. You know. I know. We all know.
I was wondering, how do they enter the rear palace in the first place?
Well, at one time there was a document that you could show, but there were
Just-
too many counterfeits. So now there's a physical examination.
May I grab you?
To prevent any fraud, we are examined by 3 officers from 3 different divisions.
The only men allowed in who haven't had the procedure are the Emperor and his kin.
Kin?
Which means Master Jinshi. Nah, there's no way.
Woman.
You heard about the new arrivals we've recently added?
I've heard rumors here and there.
All of them very young and quite good looking, so everyone's a tad worked up.
But
Why, just the other day they were completely sworn by low-ranking concubines while they were preparing for the bathhouse.
hence why they're low ranking.
When are you going to tell her?
When the timing's right. You want her on our side right away, but there are difficulties. Namely, our strategist will interfere.
Lock on.
There is an unspoken rule in the castle that you should never interact with him unless necessary. This is one of those times. To bring Mau Mau into our camp, he needs to be dealt with as well. I want to tell her the truth, but when she learns the truth, how will she react?
I feel she would react fine. I think. Pretty sure.
Here's some variety for you.
What's in there?
A court lady's tried flirting, wishing to catch the eye of the new eunuchs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's to be expected.
Over there, the ones wearing the white belts.
They're all skinny and seem apprehensive. That must be who they're talking about. What's the matter with his left arm?
That side of his body is paralyzed.
He seems very popular.
Yes. Apparently he's intelligent and quite thoughtful toward the women.
Takes one to know one.
How are our newcomers?
Master Jinshi.
No?
What are you doing?
It's ice?
Idiot! That ice was for a high-ranking concubine! Ugh, damn it!
Was this Xiaolon?
I'm done for!
It was an accident.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. So, high-ranking concubine. So, to be fair, I don't think that's bad of a deal. Maybe. Because here's the thing. Xiaolon is friends with Mao Mao, right? Correct? Am I wrong? Mao Mao is in good spirits with technically 3 out of 4 of the high-ranking concubines. And if I'm correct about Lo Lan, technically she's okay with 4 out of the 4 high-ranking concubines. So as far as the high-ranking concubines getting mad over this, I feel as though Mao Mao would be able to soothe them. That being said, I don't know if there's going to be any other power dynamics that happen from this. Like if Xiaolon doesn't get punished, then would that mean that the high concubine is weak, doesn't have as much power as she wants, so she has to punish in order to keep her power status? I don't know exactly what is the ice for. I know the ice is usually for keeping the rooms cool, because we saw that in one of the hunting episodes. But yeah, that's what I'm guessing, is that technically the high-ranking concubines will not be mad because of Xiaolon's affiliation with Mao Mao. But I also feel like the high concubines are going to have to do something, because then their power would be questioned. Maybe. Are we wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Suide not only looks like Suide from this point of view, but if you compare the body to like this dude, it definitely seems like there's extra padded everywhere. Anyways, that's enough saying that. Lock On, my boy, Lock On. I don't know how, it's weird because in the beginning when we were introduced to Lock On, I didn't like him, obviously, because of everything. And then when we got the true backstory into Lock On, I thought it was a tragic story. And I wished him the happiness because of how tragic the story was. And I just wished him to be with the mom. And now we're bringing him back, which seems like it's been forever ago. So I don't remember if I'm still supposed to hate him or finding him annoying or happy that he's back. I don't know. But he's one of the main reasons why Jinchi is hesitant to bring Mao Mao in. And I really want some restructuring in the Diamond Pavilion. When Mao Mao explained it, I get it. I get why they weren't punished or detained or whatever, because technically he hasn't had any proof. But now that he does, I say just wipe the slate clean. All of the ladies in waiting that were part of Li Shu's company, except for the food taster who became the head, I think they should go. Not only because of the obvious mistreatment of Li Shu, but then also the mistreatment of the Diamond Pavilion. It's been said that the Diamond Pavilion's been built after the other pavilions. Like, this is the newest one. And yet it's rotting away and there's mold everywhere. Not great. So not only is it disrespecting Li Shu, but I feel as though in turn it's disrespecting the emperor. So I'm just saying they should go. Li Shu needs someone. I feel like I've said this a lot and I will continue on saying it. But in this season in particular, the ideas that have been continuously seeded throughout this season is the fact that mirrors affect what you see or perceive. And the other idea is the fact that a lot of people can tend to look like other people. Like the idea of twins and the idea of, oh, this concubine or this handmaiden looks like this concubine and all this jazz. It's been seeded throughout the whole season. So I'm interested to see how all this kind of culminates into the end of the season. And besides the whole mirror part of Li Shu's thing, what is the point of this section? Because when I think of stories, whether it be animated, movies, books, whatever, when you focus on a certain moment, like we're focusing on this moment with Li Shu, there is a thing you take out of it, whether it be a lesson, whether it be a physical thing, whether it be emotional, whatever. Like each story, each mini arc, whatever, has something that usually ties into the main plot. or gets used in the main plot. As far as this whole issue thing, like what exactly do we get out of it? Is it the idea that Jinshi finally gets his proof of the ladies in waiting? Is it Li Shu becoming to grow more and more in favor for Mao Mao? Is it the idea that vapor can make blinds move? Is it the idea that mirrors could make images appear? One of those things is going to be used in later episodes. Because if none of those are used in later episodes, then what was the point of us seeing this moment? And can we just say, after this whole frog incident, Jinshi is going 180 miles per hour towards Mao Mao. Like, he finally said her name, which stunned everyone else. And now he's teasing her, even more so. Now it's not really affecting her as much. I mean, it's a little affecting her, but that's just because she remembers back to the frog. I don't know. She gets so close. So close. Anyways, that was my reaction to the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 14. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put a comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.